What's poppin'? And welcome to Popcorn with Cholo Sediaren. Una-una sa lahat, Merry Christmas to everyone, Happy September to everyone, to all the corn stars, the popsters, however you'd like to be called. I literally have no idea what to call people who listen to this pod yet, so just let me know on social media ano bang magandang pangalan. Syempre, I'm just happy everyone's there since episode 1 and this is already the 25th overall episode. So, it's just been an amazing number of months ever since I started this podcast. And of course, we had an amazing August as well for the pod. We've gotten a lot of good responses. Great episodes, Hello, Love, Goodbye, Taylor Swift, all that. So go and listen to that if you haven't yet on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and wherever you stream your podcasts. And to those just joining us in this episode, this is actually a minisode and not a full episode. But anyway, this is Popcorn, your stop for all things pop. We just literally talk about anything pop culture, sa Pilipinas man, abroad, anything we find interesting throughout the week or the month or whatever is out there. So just join us for all our discussions that we'd like to think are intelligent. Hopefully they actually are and they give you good insights on pop culture. So for this week, POPbyte muna tayo. It's a minisode where we just talk about random things that we'd like to talk about. Because weirdly enough, parang walang masyadong ganap this week. So, I couldn't really think of something to cook up. So, and aside from that, it's a solo flight week for popcorn. I'm just gonna talk to myself as if I'm talking to someone out here in my room. Hopefully walang sumagot. Dahil hindi pa naman October, hindi pa horror month or whatever. But yeah, you're just gonna be with me throughout this super short episode. But yeah, we have a lot of things cooking up for popcorn and hopefully you like them when they pop up. One of them is a friend's anniversary episode coming later this month, so go and watch out for that. And of course, there's a lot of, popcorn pop things popping up. Like for example, we just put out the pop mix, the first ever pop mix. So it's every month we're gonna put out a playlist of our favorite new releases from the whole month. So for the August pop mix, it's already out on Spotify. You just search Popcorn with Cholo Sediaren, the same name as the podcast, and you'll search for our profile and lalabas na yung mga playlists dyan. We're gonna be working on more playlists aside from the monthly ones. But for this month of August, we have some tracks from, of course, Taylor Swift's Lover to Lana Del Rey's and Tori Kelly's new albums, and including a lot of good OPM. Tala has a new release, one of my faves. Basta sobrang daming magandang release from last month, as with every month naman. So just go check that out on our Spotify page, or you can just go check our social media pages as well at Popcorn with Cholo, at Popcorn W Cholo. May link doon to the playlist. Moving on, we have our mini pop kerns or our pop culture kernels of the week. And our reactions, is it a yes, a sax, a sad, or a pass? So very first pop kern for the week, ang bagong-bagong kolaborasyon sa OPM. It's Shanty Dope, Glock 9, and Chito Miranda of Parokya ni Edgar, all in one song. Bagong labas lang to nung Friday. It's called Patipato, and I mean, wow, it's a yes for me. Aside, of course, from 3 generations of OPM coming together, it just proves that buhay na buhay ang OPM industry ngayon. And aside from that, it's a pretty good song with a really good message as well. It talks about facing your struggles and going for it regardless of whatever obstacles come your way. Si Chito may sariling struggles niya, si Shanty meron din, and si Glock syempre. So, they all come together and share that positive message. And sobrang angas lang talaga ng collaboration na yun. So pakinggan nyo yan. I'm sure magkakaroon din ng music video yan pretty soon. So go and listen to Patipato by Shanty, Glock, and Chito Miranda. The lyric video, I think, is also up on YouTube. So the next popcorn for the week is the recently released Joker trailer. It's the final trailer for the Joaquin Phoenix take on the Joker. Of course, this is not part of the DCEU in general because the Joker there is Jared Leto, as we all know. This one is part of a new initiative under DCEU, and it's called DC Black. No other movies have been announced so far because I think they want to see how this will turn out. And so far, mukhang maganda naman siya. I mean, it's also a gritty take on Joker. I'm not so sure how it will compare to Heath Ledger's from The Dark Knight. But it's Joaquin Phoenix. We've seen him in a lot of movies such as Her and, I think he's a really good character actor, so I can't wait to see how this will turn out. I mean, it already got an 8-minute standing ovation in the Venice Film Festival. That was the world premiere for the film. And, that's pretty exciting to hear, but at the same time, also pretty concerning because, with this political climate in America, especially, na, literally anyone can just buy guns in stores like Walmart. So parang nakakatakot lang na, this might inspire like crazy people to just buy guns and resort to violence when they don't get their way, because that's pretty much how the Joker becomes a Joker in this film, I think. So, we just have to be cautious. Hopefully it does not inspire any more Joker-esque activities in America. But, we can't do anything about that from the Philippines, at least. So, we have our own problems. Pero sana nga walang ganong effect yung movie na to. But it's pretty exciting again. So, this movie comes out in October and we're excited to see it. Next is we go back to our favorite topic for August, which was Hello, Love, Goodbye. It was just announced as the highest grossing Filipino film ever with 880 plus million pesos worldwide, and Catherine Bernardo just proves herself to be a box office queen in her own right. I mean, she's the first ever Filipino actress to have two movies that have reached over 800 million pesos at the box office. So, I mean, maganda na naman talaga yung The House of Us, maganda rin the Hello, Love, Goodbye. So, just keep on supporting Filipino movies, not just the mainstream Star Cinema ones, but all Filipino movies. There's a lot of good stories out there. Papalapit na yung PPP3 or Pista ng Pelikulang Pilipino, the third year. So there are 10 films to check out starting September 13. It runs for a whole week till September 19th. And of course, it kicks off the celebration for 100 years of Filipino cinema. So ang daming papanoorin. Hopefully, I have enough time to watch everything and update you guys on what I loved. So I'll be posting all the posters and synopses of all these 10 movies coming out in PPP. So abangan nyo yan sa social media accounts. Pero bago tayo matapos sa popcorn na to, if you haven't seen Catherine's post on her Instagram account, wow, sana all. She posted this tribute to Daniel Padilla saying, all throughout the whole Hello, Love, Goodbye process, she was really scared. And parang, syempre nung una, natatakot talaga siya na gawin yung project na yun without DJ. And she's just really thankful na may pillow pa siya, na may amoy ni Daniel and all that. So masasabi ko lang dyan, sana all. Pero wow, Kathniel forever talaga. But it's a yes. Hello, Love, Goodbye, Kathniel. Sana hindi kayo mawala at sana tuloy-tuloy lang yan. And speaking of Filipino achievements, we go to sports. We have our very first qualifier for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. His name is EJ Obiena, and he cleared 5.81 meters in a pole vaulting tournament in Italy just last Tuesday. So congrats to you. It's a yes for sure. And it's just nice to have sports to be recognized outside of basketball in the Philippines. Kasi nga, puro basketball lang lagi ang uso dito. I mean, volleyball is also popular in the recent years. But there should really be more sports outside of that are recognized, and athletes that are recognized from those sports as well. I mean, the most recent Filipino Olympian who won a medal, of course, is Hidelin Diaz for weightlifting. She won a silver medal in Rio de Janeiro. And, there was that whole controversy pa rin whether the government actually supports these athletes who aren't really as popular because they aren't in basketball or volleyball. And I hope going forward, there's still more projects to come from the government and other organizations to help more athletes out in their own respective fields. And syempre ngayon, FIBA season, syempre mainit na naman yung basketball, Gilas Pilipinas. But there's also this whole controversy of people bashing Kiefer Ravena for not, quote-unquote, not doing a good job. I mean, kakabalik lang ni Kiefer from the 18-month ban because of the whole quote unquote using performance enhancing drugs controversy that happened a year and a half ago, but he's back now. He's playing again for NLEX and he's playing for Gilas Pilipinas as well. So dahil wala ako masyadong masasabi about basketball, I'll just say good luck to Gilas Pilipinas as they go to Beijing for the next round of FIBA qualifiers. For the next popcorn, we go stateside again because Ariana Grande is suing Forever 21 for $10 million for using a lookalike for one of their campaigns. I think there was a fallout between Ariana Grande's management and Forever 21 for not reaching a deal for one of their next campaigns. So I guess kumuha na lang sila ng kamukha ni Ariana for this campaign to still achieve whatever look they wanted to. I mean, I saw the photos and they do look similar, but I don't think I would actually sue just because you used a model who looked like yourself. And I mean, people aren't that dumb to actually think it's you. Yeah, this is a pass for me because why would you sue a company? I mean, Forever 21 has its own issues with the fast fashion and all that, but I don't see why you should really sue someone for using someone to your likeness. And aside from this, Ariana herself is known to actually culturally appropriate a lot of things from other cultures like black culture, Asian culture. So, you know, pantay-pantay lang naman lahat na nakikigaya. I mean, of course, it's all equal in the sense that cultural appropriation is wrong in the first place. So, I mean, why? And to spill further tea on this matter, Pharamone from RuPaul's Drag Race fame just tweeted out that Ariana should give me a cut of that 10 million since her team literally sent a pic of me to the designer and paid them to copy my look from All Stars 4. I finally met the designer and got told the tea. I guess stealing from queer artists for profit is fine though. And looking at the picture again, it actually seems like they did copy what Farrah was wearing, and you know, Farrah doesn't really have the power as much as Ariana does in terms of pop culture and suing, I guess. So, I mean, gaya-gaya lang talaga lahat, and why should you sue for that? So for me, this is obviously a pass. Ariana, you already have that much money. Why are you suing for nonsensical things? I still love your music, just work on your new album. That's all. That's the tea. Sent tweet. For our next popcorn, it's another Filipino topic. Trending na trending siya ngayon sa Facebook and Twitter. I've been seeing it all around. So there's this new P-pop group called SB19. They're the first ever P-pop group to be trained under the Korean pop idol system. So that's how K-pop groups come to be. And they trained for 3 years. So ngayon nag-debut na sila. It's SB19. They have a single called Go Up, and I saw the video of them performing it. Sobrang nakakatuwa. Parang K-pop talaga yung galaw nila. And Tagalog yung lyrics. And, you know, it's nice to have something that really looks legit. Hopefully, this picks up and, you know, they don't get judged because they're trying to be K-pop or whatever, because they actually have talent and they can actually do it. So, go check out Go Up by SB19. It's a yes. It's pretty exciting na may SB19 and MNL48's been getting a lot of traction lately as well. There was this video I watched on Facebook of just MNL48 singing a cappella and slaying it. I didn't expect that, but if you don't know what MNL48 is, it's the Filipino adaptation or franchise of the AKB48 Japanese girl group. So that's a whole nother thing. Go check SB19 and MNL48. Ano kayang susunod na number na lalabas with a group and like an acronym? We don't know. PC25, ganon. Kasi Popcorn 25th episode, ganon. So, wala na akong masabi. It's a yes. So, another yes for the week. It's the last popcorn we have. Lizzo has just reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for her single Truth Hurts, and it's a really great achievement for Lizzo. We've been hearing a lot about this artist for a while now because she's just really uplifting to watch, and what she represents is just really fascinating, inspiring, and the fact that this song Truth Hurts came out in 2017, 2 years ago, and reached number 1 2 years after, it's just a testament of, you know, how far you can go with hard work, determination, and the people around you, and support, and just being yourself. So congrats to you, Lizzo. We are proud lesbians. And even Cardi B has been supporting Lizzo throughout this whole number one thing. So, it's just great. And ito yung sabi ni Lizzo and on her tweet, we're number one. This is a win for all of us. Anybody who ever felt like their voice wasn't heard, anybody who felt like they weren't good enough, we are champions. I love y'all three much. I don't know what that means. Very, very, very much. Lesbians unite. I didn't even know Lizzo fans were called lesbians, but that's really funny. So, of course, it's a yes. If you watch Lizzo talaga, to have that confidence, that greatness in you, and just keep on going. Parang keeping on going regardless of whatever. Parang yung pati-pato lang in the start of this popcorn segment. I mean, it's just great to have artists like that who represent themselves and don't feel ashamed of who they are. So, go Lizzo. Go listen to Truth Hurts and all her other songs. She has a really good Spotify playlist called That Bitch also. Of course, it's part of her lyric that says 100% that bitch. And she made a whole playlist and it's a really good playlist. So go listen to that. And of course, our August Pop Mix again. So for the rest of this Pop Bite, I will just be talking about some movies I've seen lately. This is just gonna give some mini reviews and what I think about the movies. So let us begin with the first film, which was Just a Stranger. This came out a few weeks ago. It stars Ann Curtis and Marco Gumabao. It was fine. I didn't hate it. I was entertained by it. But it was just typical Filipino movie fare. It's a adultery storyline. And, I feel like they could have gone without it and still have given a pretty good film without it. But I think, you want to have that controversy and talking about May-December relationships. Pero for me, it was interesting, but it was just sax. But a lot of people I've been hearing actually enjoyed it. Like my mom enjoyed it. My tita enjoyed it. Alam mo na kung ano yung target market ng movie na yun. So, if you wanna have an entertaining time, watch Ann Curtis with a really great performance, and even Marco Gumabao was pretty good in that movie as well. Go and see Just a Stranger. Next, we have Freaks. It's an international movie. It stars Emile Hirsch, and it's kind of like, if you don't want to be spoiled, it's kind of like a mutant storyline, but it isn't revealed to be that in the beginning. It's just a really cool way of putting that narrative around and making it a bit fresh. And, if you've heard about the film Brightburn, it kind of does it better than it does, because Brightburn was kind of trying to be a dark version of Superman. So this one naman is more like a dark version of the X-Men. I mean, obviously, there's the Brotherhood of Mutants, but, parang ganun, pagka-dark mutant kind of vibes. And it was a really intense and entertaining sci-fi movie. So, that was Freaks. Next, I'm gonna talk about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. There was a lot of hype surrounding this movie. Of course, it's Quentin Tarantino, Brad Pitt, Leo, and Margot Robbie, but it was kind of just okay for me. I mean, it was really done well, very stylish, very reminiscent of early Hollywood days, and obviously, ang ganda na pagkagawa niya. Pero para sa akin, sucks lang talaga siya. I mean, it was too long, and the storylines were a bit scattered. There wasn't even a lot of Margot Robbie. It was fun to watch, kind of got boring at some point, but thankfully enough, the third act was really funny and intense and just entertaining. I just hope they made the whole movie like that. They could have cut it short, but I think Tarantino was really enjoying himself. And there were really good performances from Leo and Brad naman talaga. But yeah, I mean, based on the hype and what I saw, I didn't really believe the hype anymore. And I think I would have appreciated more with my love for true crime if they just had gone the Charles Manson route and go all the way with that. Kasi medyo scattered nga, and they could have gone one way or the other, but they chose to go both. So medyo weird yung kinalabasan. But it was still fun at the end of it. Not something I would like 100% recommend, but you could still go watch it. It's a pretty okay film regardless. But last in this mini review session is the movie Ready or Not. This is my favorite out of the bunch. It's a thriller and it's just like super 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 fun. I feel like the best things that you can get out of a thriller or like a horror are like really simple ideas and amped up into like really crazy executions, and this is just one of them. It's like turning hide and seek into a whole crazy thriller with an hour and a half, and I can't explain it. Ang saya lang talaga niya. It's so intense, it's so fun, it's so campy, and a really good performance from the whole ensemble. I mean, medyo hindi naman siya A-list. Walang A-list stars in this film. Aside from like Adam Brody, who appears in a lot of teen movies, and Samara Weaving, who previously appeared in The Babysitter, but you don't really like know them as you know Margot Robbie, for example, or Leo and Brad. But it was a really, really, really fun hour and a half, and there's a lot of nuances and a lot of like analogies to how it is to be in a family and trying to go towards following traditions or not, or you know, entering a new family. It's still that whole narrative between monster in-laws or you know, in-laws in general, and just turning it into a crazy campy movie. This is still out in a lot of theaters by the time this pod is released. So go and check Ready or Not out. Are you ready or not? You probably will not be ready, but it's just one hell of a ride. So go watch it if you can. Also out this week is It Chapter 2. That's the second part of the horror film franchise It. And this will see the return of the lovers or losers to Derry after 27 years, and they're adults but they still have that whole childhood trauma with Pennywise and what they experienced as kids. So I'm excited to see that when I get back from my trip, because I'll be going to Vietnam on vacation. Yay, vacations. So abangan nyo na lang. I'll be posting when I get to watch it. Also, there's Weathering With You. That's from the creator of Your Name. It's on its second week. I haven't been able to see it, but I've been hearing a lot of good things about it too. So sana mapanood ko pa yun pagbalik ko. There's really a lot of movies all the time aside from TV shows and books. Nakaka-overwhelm, but we try our best to catch up whenever we can. So before this pop bite ends, I'm just gonna do a few shout outs to people who have responded to our Taylor Swift extravaganza episode last week. So first we have at MNE Ponce. Sabi niya, listening to it right now and I'm so glad I am. Yung pagka-fangirl ko na validate. Ha ha. Grabe, love your in-depth analysis of all the Lover tracks. If this would be her last album before going on an indefinite hiatus, it would be a good close. It does feel that she has come full circle with all that she's been through in her life. Kudos, ang galing. Thanks, M, for that comment. We're really glad you get to appreciate what we talk about on this pod. Hopefully, you stay on for more in-depth analyses of whatever we decide to talk about in the future. And next and last, we have one from at Scarstring13. Ang saya, ha ha ha. Shoota yung contribution ni Jake Gyllenhaal. Ginoke kasi ni Nat last week in that episode na All Too Well by Taylor Swift is one of Jake Gyllenhaal's greatest contributions to pop culture, which is actually true. But, you know, he has a lot of great movies regardless of whether he dated Taylor Swift or not. But thank you to you, Scarstring13, for responding well to our episode. And last, I'd like to give a shout out to JC of the Halo Halo Show. So the Halo Halo Show is another Filipino podcast that you should go listen to. It's really funny, entertaining. I've been a Leche fan for a while now. So I was kind of shocked that JC's actually been listening to this show ever since we started, because I've been listening to their show ever since I started, or even before that. So I was like, wow, support each other and support all the podcasts out there. And I actually got to meet him when I visited RX last week as well, and he was just really nice and accommodating. So thanks, JC, because in the beginning I was like, who the hell listens to our show? Apparently dumadami na kayo. So thank you to all the constituents maybe that's a fun name. I don't know. Let us know. Yeah, so thanks JC. Go listen to Rika G and JC on the Halo Halo show. Halo Halo lang talaga pinag-uusapan nila, from trending topics or what they call TTs to a lot of other things. They're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you can find their podcasts as well. So go and listen to the Halo Halo show. And of course, keep on listening to Popcorn every week. We have a lot of old episodes and a lot of incoming new episodes as well. So we hope you guys continue to listen every week. And by we, hindi lang naman ako yung nagsasalita dito. May mga kasama din ako every so often. So go check all those episodes out. So thank you guys for listening to this random solo flight episode of Popcorn. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.